Can you listen to me? Wow! Hey, Bron! I can't hear you. I can't hear your voice.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now I got you. 久しぶり。むちゃくちゃ元気です。
Oh, how cool! How cool!
Cool. あなたは How about yourself?
Me, I'm good. I'm tired.
Tired from beach.
From the beach, yes. I was catching up with friends down on the beach.
Yeah.
And, work and life. Yeah, I'm always tired.
You are always tired.
Always tired. Yeah.
Always full of beans.
I know. How long has it been? How long has it been since I last saw you?
I think since Sunshine Village, it's 19 years.
Stop it.
But do you remember we met in Japan before?
In Nagoya?
In Nagoya.
Yeah, I remember. Was it like near the train station in Nagoya?
I think so. And
was my mum with me?
With your Japanese friend.
Maybe it's with Sachio?
Oh, yeah.
Or Wataru? Was it male or female?
Female. Maybe Sachio. Yeah, sounds like that.
Maybe Sachio. Oh, wow. Yes, yes. Oh, my gosh. So that would have been... So that 19... Yeah, that would have been maybe even 18, 17 years ago.
Right. Yeah, maybe after 2 or 3 years, I came back to Japan from Canada. So, yeah. And hey, today of 20 years ago, I met you first.
Really?
On the snow mountain.
Yes, that was the best time, hey?
Yes.
And you were rooming with Scotty.
Right. The Aussie guy. Scotty, yeah.
I got to see him recently. I saw him, I think, in December. Yeah, New Year's Eve. I got to see him. And I met his wife and Layla. She's so lovely. They're so cute.
Yeah.
So
I saw it on your or Scotty's SNS.
Yes.
Was that first time after Sunshine?
No, I'd seen him a couple of times, but that was like before I met my husband. So that was, oh my God, that would have been about, more than 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Life just goes like so fast,
So fast, right.
I'm 44 now, Hashy.
Oh, really? I'm 48.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Each other.
信じられない。
本当に。
Wow.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Your Japanese is good.
Oh, not really. I've got a lovely friend. So I live in Budrum on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, Australia.
Sorry, one more.
I live in Budrum. It's on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, in Australia. So it's about 1 hour north of Brisbane. So Sunshine Coast is famous for the beaches and everything. So I met a lovely lady last year or the year before, and she's Japanese. She's from Nagoya. Yeah, so she teaches Japanese to university students at the same university that I'm working at. And yeah, her name's Maki, and she's amazing. I love her dearly. So, but we speak English, so I don't have an opportunity to speak much Japanese, but I try and say phrases to my daughter. So I have a 4-year-old daughter. So we say, you know, for meals times, itadakimasu, gochisousama deshita, ittekimasu, tadaima, ohayo gozaimasu, konnichiwa, all of those like little sayings. I try and say to her. Yeah, she's really cute saying gochisousama deshita.
Yeah, should be.
It impresses people, but yeah, she doesn't really know too much more. But I've said to I would love Maki to start speaking more, just saying stuff, little phrases and whatnot to Willow. But yeah, and teaching her songs. Like the other day, I was trying to teach her Okina Kurio. Is it Okina Kurio? You know, Okina Kurio Kino Shitote. Trying to teach her that song. But yeah, it's not like Japan. I mean, Japan teaches English. Like students have the opportunity to learn English from shogako, you know, or even Yochien, you know, sometimes a gaijin will come in and you know, speak a little English here and there, you know, to Yochien. But yeah, in Australia, there's Japanese. They teach so many different languages. So Japanese, French, Italian, Spanish, Chinese, Indonesian, German. Pretty much, yeah. So it depends on what school you go to. So I want her to go to the same high school I went to, and they teach Japanese. So they teach French and Japanese. So students can choose whether to study a language. And if they don't want to study language, they don't have to. So a bit different to Japan. Like I know, like, yeah. Yeah. So they have, yeah. But if I send her to another school, they might only offer German and Indonesian.
Indonesian is closer.
Well, Indonesia is quite close, yeah. But yeah, it's languages. You either have an interest to study a language or you don't. And yeah, it's not really a serious or forced subject.
Or forced? What? Or
forced? Like as in compulsory. Like students, yeah, they can choose. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You used to live in Japan, right?
I did.
Yeah. So, like, how many years ago, and what made you up
What made me come to Japan?
to Japan? Yeah.
Oh, it's a story.
Yeah, I'm interested in it.
When I was in high school. So when I was in high school, I studied Japanese.
You chose it.
Sorry?
Did you choose Japanese?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I chose Japanese in grade 8. So my first year in high school.
8.
Grade 8. So I was 12, turning 13. I was 13 years old. And I had a really lovely teacher who, like, she's Australian, but she taught Japanese. And I really liked the teacher. I really liked, I don't know, Japanese is just really cool. It's just a very different language. And then in grade 9, so the next year, a school group from Japan came and visited my school. We didn't host anyone, but I met, because I was studying Japanese, so they would come into my Japanese class. But there was one girl who I became very good friends with, and her name is Sachio.
Sachio.
So Sachio Koketsu. And the next year, my school went to Japan, and I got on a school trip. And so I went, and we went to Gifu and to a little town called Minokamo. Minokamoshi in Gifu-ken. And that was the same town that Sachio Koketsu lives in.
Yeah.
And so her parents requested to host me.
Oh.
So I did homestay with Sachio's family, and I fell in love with them. They were the most beautiful people. I had the best experience. So I did that. I was in Japan for 3 weeks, and I was 15 years old, and I thought, this country is amazing. The food, the culture, the language, the scenery, like Tokyo was something like so busy. And then yet Kyoto, like, was just so beautiful, like all the temples, and you see all the, like, the women dressed in kimonos and like kind of like geisha kind of thing. And it was just fascinating. And I came home and I said to my mum, I love Japan. I want to move to Japan. I want to live in Japan. And so that was when I was 15. And so when I was 20, so 5 years later, I got a job in Japan teaching English at a junior high school in Gunma-ken.
Gunma-ken.
Yeah, Gunma-ken, a town called Tadabayashi.
Tadabayashi.
Yeah, Tadabayashi in Gunma. And yeah, I was an ALT, and I did that for 2 years. And it was the best 2 years of my life. Like, it was just incredible. I taught at a junior high school, Daini Chugako. And I had, it was fun, so fun.
Yeah.
And I lived in an apartment. I had like so my boss was in the shiakusho, and so the shiakusho had organized an apartment, helped me get furniture. I met other ALTs, but then I joined a kominkan in Tadabayashi, and through that community center, I made lots of friends. And yeah, some that I'm still very, very good friends with now. One is Miyuki. And you know, Miyuki brought me into her family, and I met her family, and other friends, and I met their families, and you know, I was invited into, you know, many people's homes, and you know, people wanted to teach me how to cook Japanese food and wanted to help me with my Japanese language, and really help me understand and learn more about the Japanese culture, and I had the best experience. So that, yeah, I was there for 2 years, and then I went to Canada, and that's where I met you.
Really?
So yeah, I did Japan first, and then I went to Canada where I met you. And then after Canada, I went to New Zealand, did a ski season in New Zealand. And then my friend Miyuki was getting married. And I thought, I'm going to go back, and I want to go to her wedding. So I went back to Japan for 3 months. I was there 3 or 4 months. And I was just couch surfing in Tokyo. So Sachio, who was my homestay family, she was living in Tokyo at the time. So I was staying a lot with her in a very small studio apartment. And then, yes, I was staying with other friends, and yeah, I was working in Ginza for I was working at an English school called Gaba.
Oh, Gaba.
Gaba, yeah, there was just, it was a small English school. I'm not sure if it's still operating. I don't know. I haven't looked. But yeah, I think they were only based in Tokyo. So yeah, I just worked there teaching English, and went to Miyuki's wedding, and yeah. And then I haven't really been, I've been back to Japan maybe 2 times since then. And then of course, we were wanting to go back to Japan in 2020, but COVID, so we haven't been able to come. But yeah, we're going to come back. We're coming back in December this year.
We're
going to come a little bit.
Nice. Wow, so you have so much Japan experience and Japanese I don't know, interesting or thing like that.
Yeah, I think I have a what we call a soft spot. So if I'm meeting people, and if I find out someone is from Japan, I want to speak to them more. I want to become friends with them, because my experience with Japanese people has just been exceptional. I have loved everybody that I've met. Maybe not loved everybody, but had some challenging students, some naughty students. But generally speaking, like everywhere I have been in Japan, from shop assistants to restaurant to complete strangers, people working in the shakusho, people working at my school, all the families that I've met, everybody has just been so kind and so generous. Japanese, just very giving, kind, generous people, and also a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I love watching in Japanese TV. I miss Japanese TV. It's the craziest. You've had the craziest shows on TV. Your variety shows. I don't know. Even cooking shows are just, you have, I don't know, the singers from SMAP.
Okay.
On a cooking show.
Yeah. Maybe
doing crazy games, you know, doing crazy game shows. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Not much.
Do you remember any SMAP member's name?
Ringo Gutty.
Huh?
Is it Ringo? 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 No, Shingo.
Shingo, yes.
Shingo. Is it Shingo Gutty? Shingo. What was his last name?
Katori.
Katori. Shingo Katori.
Yes.
Yes. And Taku. No, I love Shingo. Shingo was my favorite.
Yeah, really? Yeah.
Yeah, so I really love, SMAP. I got, what else did I, Hashy were around. No, my favorite out of all the Japanese celebrities and whatnot, what was his name? Baseball. He played for the Tokyo Giants. Matsu. What's his name?
Did he play in Major League in America?
He did go to America, but I watched him play for the Tokyo Giants. I've forgotten his name now.
Maybe Matsui?
Matsui.
Really? Hey, his nickname is Godzilla, right?
Yeah.
Oh my.
I loved him.
Yeah. More than Shingo.
Yeah, more than Shingo. Yeah, he just had a very kind looking face.
Right. Yeah. He's gentleman.
Yes.
And so Matsui, okay, I'm at the same age with Matsui. He was a star since his high school days.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in 2003, when I first went to Canada, the first night I watched him on the TV news. His first major league year, he
Seattle?
hit a big fly.
Who did he play for? Was it Seattle or San Francisco?
I think New York.
Oh, did he play for New York?
And
there was another Japanese player who played for Seattle.
Yes. Super famous player.
Yeah. Oh my God, I have not thought about them.
Yeah, really.
In 20 years.
Right. But still, he's in a part of Seattle Mariners, doing support or coach, thing like that.
Yeah, wow.
he is Ichiro.
Ichiro. Yes.
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 Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'd like to talk about when we met at first.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was 2003, April.
April 2003. So let me think. So I left Japan July of 2002. So you came to Canada in my second, that was my second year in Canada. So I went to Canada November of 2002. And I had 2 seasons, 2 ski seasons in Canada. So yeah. So so you were, so April 2003. That's so you came at the end of that season,
right?
And then you did something for the summer, and then you came back for another season,
right? Next season.
Yes.
Yeah, and at first I knocked on the HR door. And then I kind of shouted, "Hey, I'm just came from Japan. I want a job." Then you showed up.
Oh, wow.
And made a smile. Then I don't even remember, but I talked to you a lot.
Yeah.
Then, you said, okay, there is one job in the kitchen.
That's right.
It's a dishwasher. Is it okay? Yeah, for me it's perfect. So yes, okay. But yeah, and I was so excited because that's a very, very big experience. So to try to get by in my English, okay? Yes, I thought it went well, but now, or just after that, I knew more. Because of you. You understood. You could. Okay. You could understand my poor bad English, samurai English. Right?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
funny.
it was super lucky for me. Yeah. Other than you, I couldn't get by my English back then.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And after like everything, I tried to tell you, explain about myself to you in my English. Then you talked to me. 私は日本語喋れます in Japanese. Oh my god! Yeah, it was happy and surprising.
Yeah.
Oh
wow. To me, so much time has passed. It's so hard. Like, I remember that stage, and I remember, of course, that was a really big time in my life too. Like, and I loved Canada. I loved my time there, and I loved meeting everybody. But now that it's like 20 years on, it's so hard to think, oh my gosh, I used to have that life. Life is very different now, and it's so nice hearing your perspective, hearing your thoughts and memories.
Yeah.
That's really nice to hear.
Yeah, so you made up my life in Canada. So wonderful.
Oh, that's so nice. Oh,
yeah.
but
So,
I do remember you like saying, "Hello, I'm Hashy from Japan."
yes.
And I think, your beautiful energy and your smile, it of course, and like I said, like anyone who's Japanese, and especially since I just left Japan, the previous year, it was still very, I will always want to take care of anyone who like yourself. I know from being experienced, like from Australian, and I moved to Japan, different language, different culture, food, like everything is different, and it takes a lot of courage to go and move to a different country where you speak a completely different language. So yeah, congratulations on you too on saying, hey, I'm gonna go to Canada. Like, that's so cool. That's very cool. And of course, from my experience, knowing there are challenges. Like I'm not Japan, I remember, some things would frustrate me. And as much as I love Japanese, with your culture and stuff, it's sometimes the Japanese aren't sometimes direct or something, with the language barriers. And I would find myself, but once every 3 months, I would cry. Just because everything's so overwhelming and gets so. And once I had my cry, I was fine. I'm like, okay, let's move on. And you just and so things are very different when you're a foreigner living in another country, speaking a different language, being away from your family and all your friends and that support. So 100%, I would do that for you over and over again. Like, you come to Australia, I will take good care of you. And
yes. Yeah.
Have you been to Australia?
Never been there. I'd love to.
Come.
Yes, I'd love to. I love summer surfing.
Yes.
So when I chose Canada 20 years ago, it was supposed to be Australia. Cause as I said, I love summer, I love surfing. Yeah. Australia is perfect place. But back then, I also was interested in snowboard. So it was I really I don't know. I couldn't.
It was a hard decision.
It was a hard decision. But I chose Canada. It was now I can say right choice.
Absolutely.
I could have met you. Well, no, you'll still, have to. Someday I'd like to be to go to Australia.
Absolutely. yeah, you've got, you are always welcome to come and stay with us.
Thank you.
And I
Thank
know that Scotty would
Yeah.
absolutely would love to host you too. So
Yeah.
he's down in Brisbane, so you're set. Like, yeah, you would love it.
Hmm?
You would love here. You would love
Yeah.
Australia. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Yeah. About 2 years ago, I chatted with Scott online as well.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's a lovely, lovely guy. And I'm so
Yeah.
happy I found a really lovely, lovely I can't call a girl, lady. Yeah, he's got a beautiful wife, and yeah, he's just
Yeah.
good
And
guy.
now you're a mom.
I'm a mom. Yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, no, it's very cool. Very cool. Very tiring. That's probably why I'm so tired all the time. But no, it's a awesome role. I love being a mom. I love my daughter dearly. She's the greatest kid. She loves life and traveling and meeting people and doing lots of things, and yeah, she's cool, very cool. So I'm very excited to take her to Japan. So my husband, interesting story, my husband also lived in Japan. He lived in a little town in Hiroshima prefecture. And so he spent 2 years living in Japan. So he's also very familiar with culture and language and everything like that. And he loves Japan dearly. So he and I, 6 years ago, we visited Japan together. It was the first time we went together. So yeah, it's exciting that we both have that history with Japan. And yeah, I'm excited to introduce Willow, my daughter, to Japan too. So before COVID, I wanted to host. I wanted Willow to be exposed to the culture from a young age. So we hosted a university student for a couple of weeks at our house, and yeah, the beautiful bond. Like Willow was just very little when she came and stayed with us, and then unfortunately COVID, and so nobody was coming. So I've only just started thinking about because we've got a spare bedroom. Our house is got a nice, it's not a big house, but for Japanese, considering, I think our house is quite big. But yeah, we got a spare room, and yeah, I like to host Japanese students again. So yeah, because I want it to be normal for her to see and understand different cultures and whatnot, and I want her to have an appreciation for other cultures. But yeah, Japanese is the closest to my heart. So
crisis.
Yeah. Sorry?
Crisis.
No. What did I say? Not crisis. Closest.
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 Okay.
I'm like, no, not crisis. I'm like, what did I say?
Still my listening with like this.
No, closest.
Closest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here in Japan, I don't have so many chance to speak English.
Your English is still very good.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, but it's actually getting rusty, you know.
Mm.
So before we connected like this, I was worried about that. Oh, if I cannot listen your English, oh, what's going on? But still, yeah, you talked, you are talking in easy English, and yeah, so like easy and slow, so that I can understand.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's because you have international culture. Oh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
I know what it's like. Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah.
Is it hard to listen like a Japanese samurai English?
Oh, look, I've been doing it's I'm used to it now. Yeah, I've had many conversations with many Japanese for gosh, 20 plus years now. So
Yeah. You are used to it.
yeah, I am. So
Yeah. And yes, before Canada for me, yes, there were a lot of international people in Japan. I sometimes talked to them. Yes, they understood my little English. But when I went to Canada, so Canadian guys can't understand my English. And even one guy cannot say my name on the paper on the wall. My name Hashy is short for my family name, Hashimoto.
It's easy. Hashimoto.
Yeah, yes, yeah, it's easy.
Yeah.
Easy. But my first name, yeah, it should be easy. Takuya. Yeah. But just Takuya.
Yeah.
So there was a paper on the wall in the kitchen. My coworker saw my name. Hey, Hashi, is this your first name? Take you. He couldn't pronounce my name. Just Takuya.
Takuya. It's so
Takuya.
easy. Takuya. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be easy. But
yes.
That's because you have a Japan culture, Japan experience, maybe. Yeah, I found.
And knowing that, yeah. Yeah, it was I started, learning Japanese when I was 13 and I'm 44 now. Oh my gosh, just doing the math. 31 years. Wow.
Hey, let's talk in Japanese for a while.
No! ダメです。
僕の日本語わかりますか？
わかります。
わかります。ねえ。OK。学校で習う日本語は、方言がない。
方言がない？
方言。No dialect.
Oh, yes.
Not a strong accent. でも、岐阜、少し方言あります。
方言、yes.
Yes.
We use 大阪弁. Oh, wow. Yes. Osaka Ben, and yeah, there was, I can't even think of it now. There's a few things are going through my head. Machi, yeah, a few of my friends used to say different kind of slang words.
Machi.
Is it not machi?
What does it mean in English? Like thank you or just
great or something. It was great or
great.
Yeah, I never really. Yeah, they would say it for fun. The different dialects.
Maybe めっちゃええやん。
めっちゃ。
めっちゃ is a very.
めっちゃ, that was the word. That's the word, yes. But when I was at school, we were taught, is it Kengo?
Kengo.
Hoi.